going on, everybody? I'm going to be showing you how to install a battery maintainer / battery tender today on your toys. I apologize for no video last week. My internet was down, so I'm going to try to compensate for that by making back-to-back here. One today, one tomorrow. Might even do 3 this week if I'm feeling ambitious. But anyway, back on topic. So the purpose of this is for vehicles like my bike that I just uncovered. It didn't come with a factory battery tender for some reason. Most Harleys do. My Outlander did, but I got one. I want to say it was around 40-50 bucks. I'll post a link in the description, so you can click on it and buy it if you want. We'll just open it up here. This basically just has it's not a constant charge. It charges when need be and then shuts off when the battery doesn't need it. So if you're storing a vehicle for long periods of time, it's really nice for that, so you don't have to pull the battery out. So it comes with a charger, obviously. This plugs into the wall, and then it has the quick connect end right here. So we're going to be wiring this up on the Harley today, so that's the quick connect end for that. This will just go to the power and ground on my battery. If you're looking to use this for boats or truck applications or cars or something, it does come with this connector here, so quick plug in, and then you just hook these up to the battery, because these are too small for, say, a boat or a car or truck battery. So let's get started. Alright, as you can see on the Outlander here, they've got it wired in. This one actually happens to have a fuse on it, but then it's just tucked. Pull it out when need be, stuff it away when you don't need it. Seat covers it up. Alright, now obviously depending on the vehicle you're working on, the steps are going to be different. In this case I have a seat rest here, so to remove the seat to access the battery I'm going to need a 7/16 wrench. And lift the seat off. And now we need to pull and remove this side cover, being careful not to break anything, because it clips on down there. Alright, the side cover's off. I've got my auto tuner in the way here, so it's kind of hard to see, but here's the battery. It runs that direction. This is the positive right there, and the ground is actually under this plug right there. Real fun to get at. So looks like we're gonna need a Phillips screwdriver or a 10mm. Alright, now the negative was in kind of a pain of the butt spot, so I actually pulled the tray for the battery and pulled it out a bit so I can get to it easier. Okay, so now we've got our battery tender cord. We're gonna hook up black to ground, red to positive. Alright, the ground is hand tight. Now we're gonna go ahead and hook up the positive. If you're putting it on a battery like this, make sure you're careful. The bolts just thread into a little brick like this that's made out of lead, so they strip out real easily. You don't want to go too tight on them. A 1/4 inch ratchet is probably plenty. I'm using a 3/8 here, and I could easily strip out these bolts, so be really careful with it. You want them snug so they're not going to come loose, but you don't want to, strip it out or snap the bolt. Also, a little quick tip here: if you're having issues getting your little short bolt started, you can stick a screwdriver under that lead brick to kind of help hold it up in place and give you a little bit more. Alright, both are finger tight. Now we're going to snug them down with a ratchet. You may have to hold the cable from spinning when you tighten it. That's good. Now, as you can see, because it's sat all winter, not enough juice to start, so we're going to hook this puppy up, test it, and make sure it works. Also going to reinstall my little battery hold down here. That. Alright, just going to pull this cap off here. Let that hang down. This one doesn't have a cap. Obviously you can only plug in one direction. Try to do this with one hand here. Bear with me. Might have to put the camera down here. Alright, we're plugged in there. Got the box. And now just plug this in. Obviously make sure if you're using an extension cord that it's plugged into the wall. And I heard it click. I don't know if you can see or not, but there's the yellow light on saying that it's charging. So we'll come back in like a half hour and see how it's doing. I think I'll put the seat back on. Now let this be a lesson to everyone. I forgot to hook up one of my positives. So I'd be wondering why the thing won't start even when the battery's charged. So make sure you hook up all your power and ground cables. It's not a bad idea to count how many there were on each side or zip time together so you don't lose track of them. Alright, it's been charging for about a half hour now. I was doing a little multitasking here. You can see I was airing up the tires because it's never a good idea just to rip the cover off and go on the first rip of the season. Not safe. So, moment of truth. It's only been a half hour, like I said. See if it starts. Yeah. Alright, so the install was a success. Goat. I'm gonna go ahead and now just tuck this back in here somewhere. So all I have to do next time I want to use it is pull that side panel off. Make sure to put the cap on here. Tuck it in like that. Alright, now I got this panel to put back on. Done. If this video helped you out, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for future content like this. I will be doing a walk around video of the bike, showing all the things I've done to it, as well as an exhaust video and intake, and also probably headlight video. So stay tuned for that.